Larry June is one of my favorite music artists, not just because I like his music and he's from the Bay, but because he embodies nearly every framework and best practice that I've picked up in my 15-year career as an entertainment marketing executive. He doesn't have an MBA, he's not signed to a major label with a massive marketing budget, but he does have a PhD in people, meaning he's a natural, intuitive marketer, and he's used that to build one of the highest converting fan bases that I've ever seen in my career. Let's break it down. Music artist and entrepreneur, Larry June is a Bay Area player through and through. Since his early days dropping tapes out the trunk, he's built this business brick by brick. No major label, no massive cosigns, just good game, good music, and good lifestyle. Now he routinely sells out nationwide tours and merch drops at the drop of a social post. So how does he do it? Well, there's many ways, but there's two main ones we'll discuss today that are core to Field Vision's Scale with Soul philosophy. Number one, differentiation and consistency. Define your lane and then stay in it so long that it becomes the fast lane. Larry moves different than his peers, but he himself stays the same. It's his commitment to what he does different that sets him apart, and he's never strayed from it. Think of Larry's brand like a memory vault, where each layer builds recall, familiarity, and emotional connection. I call this a brand asset map, and here's how Larry's built his. He's got a signature sound. His beats are warm, soulful, luxurious even, and always have plenty of space for him to talk his talk and land his messages. Signature language. His ad-libs basically function like brand taglines. Phrases and lingo that have become the language of his fans. Things like, "Good job, Larry," "Yee-hee," and A. Consistent signature aesthetic. Orange groves, muscle cars, organic foods. These are visual cues that immediately underscore who Larry is. Core themes, hustle, health, self-investment that are reinforced across all of his music and messaging. And all of this has a brand texture to it. A calm, organic sensibility that makes his lifestyle feel both aspirational and achievable. So, what is the result of all this? Why does it matter? The first result is focus. Larry gets to go deep on his business. Even when he's experimenting and testing, he's doing so in the same consistent lane so that each test compounds and builds on a clear foundation. Everything he does sharpens the system. Second is fan intimacy. Larry's built a relationship with his fans where even casual listeners feel like insiders. You feel like you know him. And this is how he's turned his audience from fans to supporters. So what would your brand asset map look like? And how would you build it into something repeatable so that anybody in your business could pick it up and integrate it into your marketing campaigns? Now let's talk about the second piece to Larry's secret sauce, brand-led growth. Conversion is not chased downstream, it's earned upstream. It's crazy to me how many companies out there still think of brand building as a logo slap on a billboard or a random influencer sharing a piece of your content. No, brand marketing is done intentionally. So much so that to the customer, it shouldn't feel like marketing. And when executed right, it doesn't just amplify your brand, it builds downstream conversion. Larry understands this better than most billion-dollar companies. When he releases content, it's not just to entertain, it's to reinforce his brand. His lyrical themes are his messaging, his copy, his beat selection. That's the music bed that reinforces his aesthetic. Each song is essentially a miniature ad spot. So when you listen to Larry, you're not just immersed in a song, you're immersed in a lifestyle brand. This constant priming is why Larry probably doesn't need a separate budget to drive his lower funnel conversion. He's nurtured his audience to the point where they're always primed to act. I call this the brand-led growth flywheel. And it shows how your brand marketing can really kick off every other thing you need customers to do. For Larry, it starts with his consistent identity. Again, everything he does reinforces his key themes. He then integrates this into layered content types. He's got kind of his ambient layer, daily IG stories, lifestyle clips, product shots that keep the engine warm. He's got his pulse layer, music drops, interview clips, these spike engagement for him. And he's got his anchor layer, album releases, tour announcements, merch drops. These drive his conversion and lower funnel business. So what would your brand-led growth flywheel look like? And you guessed it, how could you turn it into a repeatable system that allows you to grow with ease? So let's bring it all home. Larry June is a masterclass in branded performance marketing. His brand is unmistakably his, and his commitment to it has built a sense of trust, loyalty, and familiarity with his fan base that nurtures them long before the sale. He doesn't just run a music career. He runs a system, one that marketers everywhere should study, one that is so scalable, he doesn't need a big expensive agency to manage his every move. It's just him and his unique playbook that allows him to scale with soul. That's what Field Vision believes. And to me, Larry June is living proof that it works. Keep going, Larry.